Right, back with you. Thanks for staying on the Newsfeed PM. Residents in Gauteng should brace themselves for reduced water supply as rainwater begins planned maintenance work this winter. The work will affect pumping capacity at key stations, impacting supply across Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane, Rand West, Mogale City, Madibeng, Rustenburg and Ekurhuleni. Residents there are advised to implement contingency plans to manage the disruptions. For more on this conversation, we're joined now by Thembi Msane, the Ekurhuleni MMC for Water and Sanitation. MMC, good to have you. Thank you very much for your time. Which areas of Ekurhuleni are going to be affected by this maintenance?
Greetings, Thabo, and greetings to the viewers at home. Ekurhuleni is going to be affected in many areas, especially in areas like Brakpan, Davidton, Etwatwa, with the first leg of the maintenance, which is going to be for 107 hours. So the rainwater maintenance is divided into 4 phases. Ekurhuleni will be affected in all 4 phases. The first phase, which is going to be for the 107 hours. The second phase, which is going to be for 10 hours. The third phase, which is going to be for 12 hours, and the fourth phase, which is going to be for 50 hours. So the first phase is going to be the biggest blow, which rainwater will not be pumping into our systems for about 5 days. And then it will take about 14 days for our people to then get water, especially in high-lying areas. So we requested this interview in order for us to make sure that the people of Ekurhuleni are well aware, as this maintenance is starting on the 29th of May.
So from the 29th of May, you are saying at least for about 20 days, the Ekurhuleni area will be struggling, or at least incrementally, as of course the reservoirs are drying out.
It's maximum about 14 days for the first phase, because 10 days, yes, they won't be getting water. And in high-lying areas, mostly they are affected. However, because it's happening in different phases, on the 3rd of June, it's going to be another section that won't be getting water, different to the other system, because the first system that is going to be affected is the Mapleton system, which is the biggest one that is going to last for 107 hours, where rainwater will not be pumping water into our systems.
And you're saying, of course, that will then take another 5 days for it to rebuild its capacity. Hence, I'm saying the 20 days would be the
it will take 5 days for rainwater not to pump into our system.
I see. All right.
Yeah, and then it will take that 10 to 14 days to fully recover. So that's quite like 15 days or so without water for our people from their taps.
What's the plan then for the 15 days?
So as the city of Ekurhuleni, we will be having stationary tanks in the affected areas. We'll also be having water trucks in the affected areas. As a form of communication, we're requesting interviews with radio stations. We have WhatsApp groups where councillors, ward councillors are in it. We have WhatsApp groups with CRMs. We have WhatsApp groups with the department chief area engineers, so that when an area is facing a crisis, then we can respond speedily, and our people can then speak to their ward councillor. If the ward councillor is not able to assist, the chief area engineer, which is actually the Department of Water and Sanitation in the city of Ekurhuleni, will be aware and will be able to respond with speed.
So do you have resources to be deployed all at once, or are these resources that are going to have to be rationed off into the various areas as they are affected?
We do have the resources because it's broken up into 4 phases. And after the first 5 days, after they start pumping, areas which are getting water from rainwater direct will get water in a minimum of 5 hours after they start pumping after the 5 days. So as the areas start getting water, especially in the low-lying areas, we are then able to move the resources into the areas which will be affected. But currently, yes, we do have the resources, and we just want our customers to be aware of this rainwater plant maintenance.
What normally happens when we are dealing with this situation of tankers and so on and so forth is that the residents naturally expect that there will be a consistent supply of these tankers timeously at predictable spots. And it never happens that way. And hence you then end up with the kind of complaint that says, oh, well, there are no tankers here. Tankers have only been serving a particular area and so on and so forth. How are you ensuring that that kind of communication is streamlined?
Normally what happens is the communication with the councillors and our chief area engineers to say that, no, we're having a higher demand at this point, and then they'll divert the tanker to that area while supplying other areas. So what normally delays the whole process is if you are getting water from far places where then the distance takes longer. However, for this process, we've made sure that we can get supplies at closer pickup points in order to delay the turnaround time, and also making sure that the demand times when people are coming back from work, they're able to get water to use in the morning, and in the morning also, if they need water, they are able to receive water. During the day, for those who will be at home, they can then be able to store water. It will also assist in distributing the water equally and quicker.
Some areas, for example, like Ekurhuleni, are already in a precarious position as far as water supply is concerned. I'm sure this is going to severely impact them. Are there extra resources that are being channeled to those areas?
So what we have done from the 25th of May, we are going to make sure that the reservoirs that will be affected are going to be pumped to their maximum capacity, so that the delay is even, so that there's more delay in them not receiving water from their taps. But yes, we have allocated resources equally according to the demand by the councillors and our chief area engineers.
MMC, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for that update. That is Thembi Msane, Ekurhuleni MMC for Water and Sanitation, on that maintenance work being done on that line of water supply in Ekurhuleni.